Shut up and sit down.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Rural Report. I'm your Royal2IC. In this video, we're going to continue on our mini-series of gadgets and gear. Now, and this one is going to kind of be separated out into kind of like a sub-series inside the mini-series, because let's face it, there is a ton of gear and gadgets out there. What I'll do is I'll pick 1, 2, maybe 3, and we will go through and do a little review. I'll tell you why I got it, the good, the bad, the ugly on everything. And we'll go through and try and keep everything short. I know time is a valuable thing, and it's just about everybody. And so we're going to continue to try and keep our videos as short as possible while still getting out the most information as we possibly can. So with that, make sure you go check out our Facebook page. Check the Rural Report and see the content and the various things that we have going on over there. We do a lot of live Q&A. We'll be doing some contests, some giveaways, and some things in the future, so make sure you go over there and check us out. We do live Q&A here on YouTube as well. Look on the announcements for that. Make sure that you give this a like, subscribe, share this with somebody, so that way if they're new to the preparedness, tune them in, so that way we can help guide them through their journey on preparedness. And make sure you hit that little bell notification, so that way YouTube will hopefully try and notify you on the future content. But all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into this. All right, so the first thing that I went and got for this little series on the gears and gadgets, all these items are going to be related. But the first one is going to be this power bank. See if I can get a little closer so you guys can see. I'm not really going to share brand names on most things. But, I mean, because brand name is not going to be important. If it is, I will share the brand name. But for most of the stuff, brand's not really important. I know a lot of people in starting out on their journey, they don't really want to put a lot of money into things right off the get-go, and so we will do a lot of our stuff on a kind of semi-budget friendly. We will not do a lot of gadgets that are high-priced gear and things like that. But jumping into this one, this is a power bank that has the solar capability. This does have flashlight. It does have the hook, a very, very sad excuse of a compass. It sort of works. And then this does give you the waterproof cap right there, so you can do USB. Now this will charge 2 devices, and right here in the middle, you can charge this if the solar's not enough or you want to do something at night. You can actually charge this through USB. But this is a really great item. You can charge cell phone, flashlight, all sorts of things. This right here has done quite a bit. I've taken this camping. This does work. There's good, better, better on one of these. They don't weigh a whole lot. And with the little clip, I've actually replaced this ring. The one that came with it was very, very cheap. And I was kind of concerned that if I hook that on my backpack, that this gets caught, that'll rip and this will be laying on the ground. And then when I get where I need to go, it won't be hanging there anymore. But I do like that. The flashlight has different features. So it'll do the steady on, and it will do kind of an SOS pattern. This, I believe I had this fully charged, and this lasted 2.5 to 3 days. Without a recharge, charging up small things like flashlights and cell phones. So this does pack a decent amount. It does have, I don't know if it'll, oh, there it is. the blue LED that'll let you know where your battery bank is at. Again, you can charge 2 devices and all that. This is made in China, so. But battery bank, good idea. This is probably something that most people already have. If you don't, this is a really good item to have. But let's go ahead and jump into the next one. All right, so moving on to item number 2. We saw the kind of battery bank, solar powered flashlight. And so let's say that you want to charge that a little faster than just the small solar panel that was on it. So this is a solar panel. Now this comes with 2 clips, and these clips here keep everything together. There's one on the front and the back, and you undo those, it drops out, giving you 4 solar panels. And the reason why I like this with these clips is that you can actually take this, and I've used this before, where you take and you hook this on your backpack, and you can charge as you just traverse around. Now, the one thing that holds this back is that this only has 1 port to charge from. I wish it had 2. It would make it a lot better. I suppose on this one, being as small as it is, charging 2 devices might take a really, really long time. So putting all the power into one probably will charge it just a little bit faster. This is a really great design. I have used this on a few times of power outages and whatnot. This is just great to be able to hang this on your backpack, hang it on your tent, hang it on a tree or whatnot, and just let this go to work for you. You would take and hang this from the tent and put the flashlight to it, go out, hike, fish, do the things that you're going to do. When you get back, your flashlight is fully charged and you did nothing. This is just a passive item that while you're doing things, it does the work for you. I do like the way that this folds down to a very nice slim design. I don't know how well I like the straps. Sometimes they get a little in the way, but they do work. This does come with a pocket, so that way you can put your USB cable in there. You can put, small pen flashlight and some other things in there. So I do like that it does come with a pocket. This is a really nice kind of durable canvas. This is not stitched like I would like it for your rings, but this is held up very, very well. The rest of the stitching is very nice. This has held up. I've had this for quite a while. I believe I only paid $25 for this. It works. It works really, really, really well. This is a really quick grab and go thing that you can put into your bug out bag. I would use what we saw first, this, and a get home bag. This is a lot lighter and smaller. This weighs actually just a hair more than that. This I would recommend more for your bug out bag or inch bag or something like that. But this is just to kind of demonstrate and to show you what like a solar fold out is, and that I do recommend something like this. So let's go ahead and jump into the third and final item. All right, to continue on with kind of the theme that we've seen in the last 2 items, this is going to be an emergency radio. This is kind of what I call an emergency kit. It's got the radio feature where this does AM, FM, and wideband. So this will pick up your weather and bad weather scenarios, hurricane, tornado, flood, whatnot. This does come with flashlight. This does come with a very, very small solar, but this does work. I've had this out. Charges a little slow off this, obviously, because this is a small solar panel. This does come with the crank, so that way in an emergency situation you can crank it, so that way you can charge everything. Or this gives you the other option to where this actually acts as a battery bank. You can charge devices off this if fully charged, or it gives you another one that you can actually charge this. So I can actually use the solar panels or the battery bank and charge this if I need to, or if I have this fully charged and I need to, I can actually pull juice from this onto this. But this is a great item to have, just because this is kind of self-contained. This is extremely small. It does give you the strap. I will probably take this off. I don't know how well you can see that, just how thin that is. This will probably get changed out in the future to paracord, just to make it a little bit more sturdy and whatnot. I'll probably put a thicker ring on there, weave out some paracord and make this better. I don't really put this hanging from anything, so this hasn't been a concern for me yet, but just I've been noticing it and it's been kind of getting to me, so we'll probably change that out. Kind of a bad feature, but this is really rugged, really well made. This has a lot of grip to it. I know I've got a little bit bigger hands, but it is pretty small, yet this is durable. There's actually some marks. I don't know if you can see it there. This has been dropped, this has been in the dirt and whatnot. So this does work, it does really well. This is probably a prepper's must-have to have anywhere in your house, anywhere, and really any of your bags. This would be appropriate. Maybe not quite the get-home bag, but you can make an argument for it, because if you are away from your house and you have bad weather to where you have to grab your bag and hoof it home on foot, you can at least turn this on to FM, AM, or wideband and at least get some sort of communication in. So you could make an argument for that. I would probably say this would be a great bug out bag item. But to have something like this, I believe you can see these are $20, $25 again. I think I've seen them on sale on Amazon for as little as like 15, but these are highly, highly recommended. If you don't have one, this is probably very close to a must-have. You can definitely survive without it. That's why I'm not going to say it is a must-have, but very, very highly recommended. So if you have any questions on any one of these items, shoot me an email, comment down below. I can provide links to where I got mine or something similar. And with that, let's wrap this up in a final thing and we'll move on. All right, so as you saw, that's 3 of my items. They all kind of go together. They're all solar. There's definitely a lot more solar that we can go through. But again, I'm trying to keep these videos short and sweet. There's good and there's bad in just about every item that I'm ever going to show. But these are kind of 3 small, lightweight, good to have items. They do have their pluses and their benefits. There's pros and cons to anything that you're going to grab. But this is just kind of an overview, because all these I've had for a little while. I've put them out in the real world and tested them. I have experience with them. I continue to use them. So for me, those are items that I would recommend to you. Now in the future, we'll go through a lot more gear and gadgets. And there are some that I have kept that I don't like for the purpose of showing you that it is a bad idea. I did release a video on the $50 Walmart challenge to kind of prove a point that you can do prepping on a budget. It's not the best idea, but it can be done. A lot of it has to do with the skill and the knowledge, because you have to remember that when it comes to survival or really anything in life, you can take the absolute best tool and put it in the hands of somebody with no knowledge and it becomes useless. You can take a really bad tool and put it into the hands of somebody that is very, very skilled, has a ton of knowledge, and they can utilize that tool to get something done. So you really need to, not only with the gear and gadgets, sorry, you need to take every one that you get. You need to take it out of the package. You need to use it. You need to put it through a test. And don't be afraid of it breaking or something like that, because if my life is going to depend on this, I want to drop this. I want to get this wet. I want to use this in a real world scenario. So that way, if my life depends on this, if I take this out of the package and the first or second time or third or whatever I use this and this fails, I want to know now. So that way it gives me opportunity to replace this with something better. You know, like I said, this is really, really sad. I don't even know why they put it on there, to be honest with you. Do not rely on this for a compass. So going forward and stuff like that, take your stuff out, use everything, and don't take my word for it. Just because I like it, just because I've used it and it works for me, it may not work for you. Maybe you need something more powerful. Maybe you need something smaller. Maybe you need, you know, something that's a little different than mine, or maybe you don't have a use for it at all. Mine is just going to be an overview to give you ideas so that way you can apply it to you, figure out if you like it, don't like it, if it'll work for you, if it won't work for you. Maybe it'll spark a whole different idea. So if there's any more gear, gadgets, or anything like that that you guys want to see in the future, drop a comment down below and we'll go through and check it out. If I can, I'll do a review on it and give you my opinion. But with that, we'll wrap this one up, throw a bow on her, and I'll continue to guys to remind you, remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.